Welcome to the 2024 No Timeouts Stick Camp, presented by the Trinidad Rancheria.
My name is Zach Brown. I'm Yurok and Karuk. We're here on the coast at Sumeg Village. And this is one of the areas my family came from. We're here putting on the 2024 Stick Camp. No Timeouts Stick Camp.
Ayuki Kukich. Inam Chickas Karuk Ara Fatavenam. My name is Chickas, that's my Indian name. I'm here this week, first week of July 2024, to honor my son and his work with the young scouts of our tribes in preparation of becoming a good Indian stick player. And to be an Indian stick player, it is something very special in the tribes of the Pacific Northwest.
My name is Jeff Guido. I am a Yurok tribal member and also Tolowa descent. We're here at Sumeg Village for Stick Camp 2024. This is important for me because we need to really embrace these young men, especially the ones that don't have maybe father figures in their lives, to be able to teach them the things that they need to learn to help build their sense of identity as young Native men, and really to be able to create a sense of belonging, that they belong within our community, within our culture, and all of the different cultural activities that we do.
My name is Nina Serba, and I'm Yurok. Like so many lessons in our cultural activities, they are like the walks of life, and the stick game is no different than that. And I see the stick games as a place where young men get to shine, and they get to have their agility and their physicality revered and celebrated. And there's not a lot of places that young men, Native men, get to experience that. So I see that as a really positive opportunity for my son.
My name is Jordan Brown. I'm a Karuk tribal member, and we're at the wonderful place Sumeg. We're having a stick camp for a lot of younger youth to be able to start learning how to play, why we played this game, and what traditional values it has.
It was a really good turnout, and the kids got to learn about like why we're training and what we're doing this for and how important it is like moving into the future. And it's amazing to watch some of these young boys growing into really good young men. Well, it's an opportunity for the young boys that came to this camp to learn how to make their own sticks, learn how to make their own tassels, and learn a lot about the history of the stick games.
It's important to know the significance behind why they had the Indian stick games. It started out as young boys learning the responsibility, the special relationship between families and within the tribal structure of the young boys as they grew up. Respect, honor, strength, durability, training, making a commitment to be better. As they progressed from the young scout age, they moved into becoming a brave. There, they were young men, and they trained even harder. They began to understand what their medicine or their power was on the field of battle. And this is battle of the fiercest kind between two peoples when they lock it up and they enter the Indian stick game under the Indian rules of the old people.
A lot of it, and I'm cutting it all up to make money out of it.
What?
Little short film.
Cyrus, you're trying to work your way over to these tassels. And he's trying to stop you, Cyrus. You gotta get over these tassels. With your stick.
Old Indian law laid out our Indian stick games, and they were played by special rules. Nothing's written down, and there's no timeouts.
So this year, we actually had a little more funding to like split up the camps. This year we focused on the kids ages like 8 to 13, and then the older camp is going to be 14 to 18. It's a big age gap, and the amount of attention span and the discipline you get from the younger guys, like these are kids that are still needing more discipline, more structure. So it's a little bit harder to work with them, but we make it happen. And I know by the time they like phase into like an older group where we can start training a little bit harder, it's gonna make a difference to have like this much more training by the time they end up in the older camp. So the older camp, the training, everything's gonna be a lot harder. If someone's like really long and lengthy, so one way to get around them, if you can't like wrap your arms around them
I'm reaching
like
for
this,
this leg with that stick right there.
a lot of things we'd do is we'd push into them like this and wrap our stick around them like that, and then bring it back. So you want that stick like right on the center of their back or like right in the lower back. And what we'd do is we'd grab it right here, and then we'd kind of like rake it down like this. I'm not gonna do it hard, but I would rake it down like this, like real fast, like that, and then lean into them. Or like one of my favorite moves is we come down like right here, just like you do like a double leg takedown. It's like a wrestling move, but you'd drop the stick from right here, and then you'd pull into the knee right here, and then you'd pretty much like lift them up like this, all in one movement. So it's really fast. You drop down and lift up like that. It's like a double leg takedown, but it hurts a lot more because this is like a bone going up against their like knee bones or their muscle right here. So it hurts really bad, but it's one way to like take them down. Stuff where people like try and swing it and toss it off to the side. I was always taught to just drop it. So if you ever see people do that stuff, like grab your stick and shove them. What I used to do is when someone would do some stuff like that, I'd like stick my stick in the ground right in front of the tassels, and then I'd just go for them. So I knew my stick would be like right in front of the tassels when I got out. So you're gonna go like this.
Didn't Uncle Terry swing it?
Huh?
I swear.
That's how we do in the pros.
I swear Uncle Terry swings them.
Just like that. One that was like really old, I saw in some old photos, and it was I think it was our Karuk tribe that did this, where they would do the kneeling lockup. So if the tassels were to go like really far out of bounds or out of a boundary that we have, this is how they'd start off. They start off kneeling like this. Right, so you get down on your knee like this and be all, yeah, there you go. Right here. So it'd be locking up like this. So, Thomas. Yep. So these were the different lockup positions. Like this is the one that we're bringing back here on the coast at our stick tournament.
What you say? Lock up! Lock up!
Tradition is, it's like who we are as people, but also individually, I think there's a saying of deconstructing and reconstructing. And what I mean by that is each one of these kids have troubled backgrounds or have certain things they go through and they act a certain way because of that. So understanding the deconstruction part of these youth, like why they act like this, what are they doing, and then reconstructing, like how can we use it in a positive way, use it going forward. And with the sticks, I think it's a good way of understanding like how to use certain emotions and how to be able to put things to a side, because with our traditional stick players, it was like after that game is over, after those like battles that they fought on the field, you shake hands after and you make amends, because we didn't hold these grudges leading forward. We didn't hold these things, like we made peace with that. So understanding what these kids are going through and how we can help them going forward are like key things.
My name is Matt Rivas. I'm a tribal member of the Trinidad Rancheria. We're at Sumeg Village.
Why is this so important?
Well, one big thing is just keeping the tradition alive and teaching kids how to work through their problems. You know, traditionally it was a game that was played that when we couldn't make tribute through payment, sometimes we'd have to take it to the field and you leave it on the field.
Another thing, what did we do last year after we were done with the game? James and Emmett, come out here. Show them what that looks like. So you go up and shake all the teammates' hands, all right? When we're done, shake their hands. Yep.
You're almost there. You're almost there. Yeah, give him a round of applause. That's a good job. Round of applause, everybody. Good job. Good job, Henry. Good job, Osiris. Who's next?
I am Sheldon Smiling Coyote. I am affiliated with the Yurok tribe. We are at the No Timeout 2024 Stick Camp. Preservation and understanding of revitalization is an important key to a strong, fulfilling success of this dying art. It builds camaraderie within the youth, and it helps with adverse skills that most kids need to learn to navigate through.
What's been your favorite part so far?
I like the collective of just my son meeting other kids and building bonds and friendships with other kids in our community that are from different areas in the community. So it's very awesome.
My name is Chris Shaw. I am a Yurok tribal member, and we are here at the 2024 Stick Camp. It's a tradition that a lot of people don't know about. They just kind of see it and they want to play it, but they don't know the reasoning behind it and how important it is to us as people up here. So being able to teach them that is very special for us. For me, it's a connection between sport and culture, because those were two things that were very, very big in my life personally. I was taught a lot of things through sports and through culture, so being able to bring both of those together is very special, and it makes it just as rewarding to learn to teach these kids how to do the same things. This year we broke it up. The little kids are kind of doing more fundamental stuff and learning the reasoning behind it. Nice catch. Let's try that again. Yeah, this year we broke it up between the littles and the older kids. The littles were more teaching the meaning behind it, doing more of the fundamental stuff, and kind of letting them run around and be kids. The older kids are much more disciplined and more the spiritual aspect of things and why we're doing this in order to almost prevent war in a way, or as an alternative to settling conflicts. So there's much more spiritual meaning behind it. With the younger kids, it's a lot more about the fun and the how to play.
So the first day when we came in, we talked a little bit about some of the rules and some of the things I expected out of the kids. So I have a saying that I'll tell the kids if they're goofing off a little bit, I might have to raise my voice a little bit and I'll yell out. something that I started where I told them to raise their sticks, and I'll say sticks up, and all the kids and everyone else that are attending have to raise their sticks. That lets me know that they're being attentive, that they're gonna listen and not talk. So that's one of the rules I have for the kids. So the kids are really good about doing this. They might goof off a little bit here and there, but as soon as I do that, it gets their attention. And even if I say it just once and some of the other kids will goof off, some of the other kids have been around, or some of the older kids, they'll get their attention, or they'll get the other kids' attention and tell them, hey, put your stick up. So it's really good to see the kids making bonds, or like checking in on each other. Second day, we did a lot more drills like during the day. We went down to the beach to start off with, and we did the same thing that we did last year. Is we made the sticks, we brought it down to the beach, and I tried to get the kids to fast for a little bit and pray over their stick and their tassels. And this year I did something a little bit different. I'd asked them to think of one thing that makes them happy, or a happy memory, or something that was very positive, and sit with that while we're praying and meditating down by the beach. And we did it for about 20 minutes, maybe a little over 20 minutes. And all of them were quiet. All of them were very still, like I asked them to. And when we got up and we made a big circle, and I asked the kids to share, what they were thinking of, or what thought came up. And I was really happy that the kids shared some of the things that they were thinking about that made them feel good. So that was special. Some of the kids might have passed and kept things to themselves, and I told them that's okay. I'm like, these are your feelings, and this is your energy, this is your medicine that you're putting into your stick. When we make these things, these are not only weapons, but they're also spiritual weapons. So it's important that we put all that good energy and positive energy into what we're making. Because you're hoping that someday when you guys get older and you have these sticks, that these last longer than you, and that you're able to pass these on to that next generation. So after we got done doing that exercise, we started doing some more drills down at the beach. And then we headed back up to camp. We took a little break. Then we went out to the back field, Red Alder Camp, and did some more running drills. So I got the kids to do another hour or two of exercising, came back to camp, and then we did, I showed the kids some of the regalia my family brought here for the dance at Sumeg that we had over the weekend. So it was really cool to get to show some of the kids that may have never seen a brush dance or have heard of a brush dance, and we got to share that knowledge with them and talk about that particular ceremony. And then after we showed them all the regalia, we brought them into the dance house, or to the house, and we got to do a little demonstration. So we got to work with the kids, talk to them about how we dance, some of the movements that we make, and got some of the kids to dance, which is always good. And after that, we kind of took a break, and then today we finished up and we went down to the beach and had a couple scrimmages. So we didn't go real intense, but the kids pushed themselves pretty hard. Played a number of games, so everyone got a chance to participate. So it was a really good turnout, and the kids really had a good time and really pushed themselves at the end.
Get over here! Boys, grab grab your stick. This is the last drill. Let's go. Let's go. Two lines.
As hard as I want to be on the kids and get on their cases about things, like I love having fun with the kids. So last night, some people were trying to get the kids to calm down, and it didn't help that I went over and grabbed the whipped cream and started filling their mouths up, and then playing squirt gun battles and dumping cups of water on everybody. So the kids were having a blast last night, and they actually had a couple of kids that came up and slapped a piece of cheese on my head. So it was good. Like the kids had a great time, and I had a great time with the kids. So.
Why is this important?
It is important because with these younger youth, I think they have a lot of potential, but they might not know how to use it themselves, and being able to take the time like one-on-one with these kids. With older kids, they already have a lot of life experiences, I think, and they're able to process things a lot faster and a lot quicker, certain moves, certain meanings behind those moves. And with these youth, I think we're just trying to show them the ropes.
Hi, my name is Talina Nelson. Maiden name is Crutchfield. We are in Yurok, and we're here at Sumeg Stick Camp for 2024. To me, this is important because I have two boys. My oldest, Kitka, he's 12. My youngest, Tautet, he's 10. And I kind of have 5 things that I wanted to touch up on. First thing is respect. Respect is big in our culture. It's like the #1 thing. And with this camp, it helps them gain more of an understanding of what our culture is about, and a big aspect on respect. The second thing is guidance. With this stick camp, they have a lot of mentors that they get to look up to, a lot of good role models in the men that are here that I'm comfortable leaving my boys with to learn from. The third is culture and tradition. They get to learn and get a better understanding on who they are and where they come from, which is a big part of life, a huge part of life. And to get to learn and understand and get from the stick games where it comes from and what it builds in themselves.
This part's really important because anytime I train people to dance, you're supposed to dance close to the dancers. And what are you not supposed to dance close to? You're not supposed to dance close to the women, and you're not supposed to dance close to the fire. I see a lot of young people do this. You're not supposed to dance like this and put your regalia over the fire or close to the fire. When you guys are dancing, I was always taught, you guys get close to the back. So when you guys had your quivers and you're dancing and you're singing and keeping beat, that person that's jumping center is close to the dancers. And I was told you're supposed to be so close to them, you could feel that tail from their hide, that quiver, brushing your back. That's how close you're supposed to be to the dancers.
The fourth one is when you have boys, they have a high emotion that moms can't quite get a grasp on. It's something that us as women don't understand it because we aren't men. So when I send my boys here, they can get an understanding of how to deal with their emotions and how they can push it towards something else in a healthy way.
Sometimes it's not fair.
you're gonna go up against bigger kids, and that's just life, man. And so my suggestion to all you guys is, when you step on the stick field, play with all your heart, because that's what you're here for. Show how proud you are of yourself. Sticks is a man's game. I was always taught there's no crying in sticks, but you always have to have respect. You lose, you lose. You win, you win. You do that humble.
The fifth one was gaining the knowledge, the wisdom and strength and the endurance and what they get to come home with after the hard work that they've gained through this whole camp. They've already been talking about how sore they are, and but they get pushed to that limit, and it's good for them. It's a healthy boundary for them to understand and to feel.
My name is Sumeg Village, and I'm from the Hoopa tribe. We've been at the 2024 stick camp. It's pretty good. Like, we go down to the beach and we practice sticks, we wrestle, we train. It's exhausting, but it's nice. It's important to our culture. Gotta keep it going. Gonna teach this to my kids, they'll teach it to their kids.
Some of the kids I worked with in the past didn't have fathers. Some didn't have mothers either. They were living with their grandparents or in the foster care system. So a lot of times, a lot of the kids end up getting role models from their friends. Like, these are the people that are directly influencing them. And sometimes these people that they run with aren't great crowds to run with. But being able to have like a healthy male, whether it's their father, their uncle, grandfather, some kind of mentor to work with them is so powerful for young men. Even just one person makes a huge difference. And the thing for me was consistency and consistently showing up. Having a healthy male role model around all the time, it's a different feeling for the kids that they get being around healthy men, and what they would get from their mothers or their grandmothers or the aunties, like a lot of the other people that would be caring for them. It's just a lot different.
I think in our native communities, there are a lot of good men out there, but not everybody has the time and the luxury to be doing the work that I do, to be able to do these type of things and call it work. So just being able to create that time and space, and sometimes young men will need somebody to talk to other than the people that are in their household and their families. And so just letting them know that there's people out in the community, that they can trust and that they can come to, and things get difficult and maybe it's something they can't share with their families, but they need somebody to talk to. And just knowing we're here, building that village and that community.
Children and people all learn how to do things by mimicking. We learn how to walk by mimicking, we learn how to talk by mimicking, we learn about behaviors by mimicking. So if we, that's why care providers are so important. They're essential for healthy communities. So when I see healthy men interacting with younger men and teaching them how to be of service, I see that is an opportunity for them to mimic. And that is going to help shift those things in their lives and give them an example of how to behave and how to act. And the stick games are a perfect example for that for young Native men.
So I want you guys to grab your stick and hold it in your lap. And we're gonna face the ocean for a little bit. And I'll let you know when we need to stop. But this is an opportunity to see what this is gonna be like in the future. There's a lot of people, they'll just show up to the stick games and wanna play. Some people might do okay, but a lot of the old players, some of the people I used to hear stories about, would do extra stuff like this to put a lot of that good energy into like what they made and into their training. And that's what sets them apart from all the other players and all the other teams, is their training and their discipline.
Hi, my name is Henry Minard, and I'm from the Yurok tribe. We're at Sumeg Village. We dance and we play sticks. And I've made a lot of new friends.
So my name's Elias, and I'm from Yurok tribe. We're at a stick camp. We went down to the beach and had fun, played little sticks, and it's so fun here. Like, everyone's having a lot of fun.
My name's Michael, and I'm Hoopa Kuluk in New York. We're having a stick camp because little fellas like us, like needing to learn, and we get learn how to do brush dances, and we can have a bunch of things, have a bunch of fun, we can do a bunch of fun stuff, and get to make new friends, and the special part about this is it's a culture, and I love this place here. I wish I can go here next year.
So I'm gonna share with you like what I think about when I do this. After I make my stick and tassels, I think about my grandparents. And I think about the ones that taught them. Well, I was thinking about both my grandmothers and my uncles, and a lot of people that passed on the family knowledge to me in order for me to be able to share this stuff with you guys. So it's really important to understand when you learn something from your ancestors or your elders or people that are teaching you things, these things now become a part of you. And what I was taught is this lives through you. So that knowledge that you gather, in order to put it to use, you have to first learn it and then be able to perform it. You guys understand? So it's important to gather this knowledge, attain this knowledge, and then put that knowledge to use, and then it becomes a part of you. And these are things you could take with you the rest of your life.
So with me personally, I played sticks a couple times, but I won't designate myself as a full-on stick player. There's still a lot of things, and I won't try to act like I know it all. But recently, in the past couple years, I've seen a lot of young youth that won't take time playing sticks, won't take time taking care of the stick field, but I see a lot of people trying to make amends and make that happen, a lot of people taking their time. So I think, I hate to say it, but it's a dying culture, so we gotta preserve what we have, and we gotta really emphasize the importance of our stick games and importance of our people, and understanding these youth are the next ones coming up. These are the next generation to carry on traditions that we've had for many years.
My name is Malachi Costa. I'm from the Trinidad Rancheria tribe. We're at Sumeg. We're learning about sticks and how to play sticks. I think it's important because you get to teach new people how to play sticks. I was at stick camp last year. I went to a lot of other stick camps, and I'm happy that I get to come back.
My name's Tekta, and I'm Yurok, Karuk. We are Bear River and Redwood Creek, and we're at the stick camp 2024. Well, my favorite piece in the regalia was the twisty stick with the deer horns and the beaded and stuff, cause it's to our culture and stuff.
Hi, my name's James Holt, and I'm with the Karuk tribe. We're at Sumeg in Trinidad with all our family members. Meeting all these nice people and learning about our tribe.
Why is this so important?
To know who we are and know what happened in the past, and that happened with all those people that had to fight over everything. So
it's important to know that Indian sticks within the tribes was something special, because Our athletes were elite. They were revered within our people, and only our finest athletes represented each tribe. As years progressed, the Indian stick teams also settled differences between families and tribes to avert a possible war or major infractions between the families. Once a Indian stick team game was played and the team won, the differences were settled and life went on with each family and each tribe. The significance was there was no major war and there was no conflict that took life. I talk about this because we have now at the Sumeg Indian Village, which is the furthest Yurok village south of the heart of Yurok land, the Klamath River. Here at Sumeg, tradition goes back a long ways. Our sweat house, our plank houses, which is one behind me, built out of redwood, last for years. I talk about this because the strength in our redwood is also shown on the field of the Indian stick players.
Realize what you have grown up just kind of knowing, you know, this is cool, you know. I have my cell phones, I have this, I have all that there. I don't have to do anything. But your ancestors had to put through a lot of stuff. Just to basically not for you to have this stuff, but for you guys to even be here, they had to survive, and that's, you know, that's a whole part of life right now for you, is that what they had to deal with, and now you're here to exist. So this is what you guys, this is your turn now to learn about the traditions, the ceremonies, the stick games. Learn it and be able to pass it on. You know, when the settlers, the white settlers came in through here, the thing that they wanted to, all they did was hey, let's go shoot some Indians. Let's go hunt some Indians. And that's what it was. You know, you look at the lodges that we lived in back there. They'd go and light those on fire. So you either stayed in there and burn up, or you get out and run out. And once you ran out, they shot you. And that's, some of them got away, but that's why you're here. You know, they had to survive.
Took in a lot of understanding of resiliency. I like to see younger people be resilient, and it's inspiring to me that a lot of these kids want to learn and have the passion to learn. So it's amazing.
We had Clarence Hostler come in and tell some storytelling, and he talked a lot about, you know, what was expected of him at a young age in order to be able to participate in ceremonies. And he was asked to be able to repeat a story. We won't talk about the story, but he was asked to repeat this, and once he was able to repeat the story back to his family, then he was eligible to start dancing. And his family, just like a number of families, are very strict when it comes to, you know, allowing the kids to be involved in ceremonies, and even the stick games. you didn't just get to go out and play, and like you had to be trained in, and there were like select people that went out to like handle business that came from your family or from that village. They didn't just send anyone in, they sent their best. So like you had to become eligible to do certain things by a certain age, and then as you like came into manhood, that's when you were able to attend all these dances. You're able to like have songs and have all these things and have that knowledge and background of like what our ceremonies are for. So these are some of the things that he tied into you know, what this camp was about. Was just, you know, being able to learn as much as you can from your elders, and then be able to apply that in your life. It's one thing to just learn something or hear about it or read it in a book. It's another thing to apply it in your life. And that's kind of what the story or his stories came out. It's like you can't just hear things, you can't just talk about it, you have to be it.
Last year I was much more about the sport. This year I was much more into the spiritual side of it. Like yesterday we sat at a beach for about 20 minutes and just didn't worry about anything, and that meant a lot more to me this year than it did last year, just because of the more I've grown and how it's been not just about sports, it's about other things. So that was much more meaningful for me this year.
So like the thing with the stick players is we would dance all night like this. Like I was always told like this movement when we squat real low like this was like a real test of endurance. And this is like one of the things that set like a lot of the more elite stick players apart from like everyone else, is being able to dance really low like this all night, and then be able to play a stick game in the morning. So like that was like a big challenge, or go to like one of the tournaments and be able to play that whole tournament after staying up all night, dancing hard all night, and then going and challenging like whoever wanted to play. Well, that's what I used to do.
I don't think I could do that. I would be like,
so I'm like, this is one of the things like grandma told me, is there's a huge difference of like what you feel like you physically can do. There's a difference between physical strength and your spiritual strength. As JJ, you gotta feel that for the first time. As you feel like physically depleted, but something else comes in you that you feel like you've never had before. That's that spiritual strength that like helps push us to like another level. So like that's how important it was to like fast and do this type of training all the time, because when things came down to it, like someone else beyond ourselves will like come and help us in a time of need. You just have to know how to like call for that, like know when you need help, because sometimes that like spirits or ancestors or grandma might come to us and help assist us to make it through. Okay, so that's why it was important to train and do all this stuff often, because you might feel weak, you might feel tired, but something will give you a push, and you don't know where it comes from, but no, it's beyond ourselves. That could be creator, it could be, you know, one that passed, or it could be, you know, something different, but like something is here to like help assist us, and you have to like trust in like what you're being given. Okay.
A lot of people show up to dances and they can see the dance, and they might have a general idea of what the dance is about, but being able to have elders come in and just talk about the very creation of the dances, to go that deep for them to get that understanding, be able to take out regalia and explain what it is that they're wearing, the movements that they're doing, and then to get in there and actually practice and hear the songs. It's going to make it more well-rounded, and when it does come time to go into ceremonies, they're going to really understand what they're doing and why they're doing it, instead of just going in there to dance.
So many things in the Western world are out of balance, and that's one of the things that is really not just been restored in Indian country and is a part of our Native communities, but it's also a place where we thrive. And so though this is a camp for men and it's acceptable to just be kind of a feral man at this event, there's still so many parts that mothers and aunties and the cooks and everybody is participating in that's behind the scenes to support all of our children coming here. And that's where the true connection is. You know, I'm here as a visitor to see my son here, but I'm also here socializing with all of these other Native women, and that just adds another layer of depth and acceptance and back to the basics of equality.
There's a big shout out and thank you to the community and to all the women that have came and cooked for all the kids and all the men. And Fry Bread Love, I do help out with them every once in a while when they need me, and so a great big respect and love for them too.
Something I learned was just like being there for these youth is like really important. Like I give a lot of props to my Uncle Zach, Jeff Guido, Trinidad Rancheria, because you don't see too many people actually taking the time to teach these kids, teach these boys, and it's really important to see those and support those people in this community. So I think the support system we had this year was really nice, and a lot of people signing up their kids is good. And these boys are having a blast, understanding people skills and just being able to cooperate with one another is really important for life. So I think these boys are all having a really good time and understanding how to get along with each other and hopefully make some lifelong friendships.
Was there anything that you saw this year that was really cool for you?
Just a young man that was ready to leave on the first day, who hadn't had a lot of cultural experience, pretty much raised by his mother, and to watch him change the second day to really start to enjoy the activities and start to participate, to today on the third day watching him actually go through and play sticks and actually have some scrimmage matches, and just to watch his self-identity and like I said, his sense of belonging, that he does belong here, and his confidence grow is just amazing to see.
So my son is 8 right now, and this is his first year he's been eligible for his age to be able to participate. And I was really nervous for him to come and camp out and just kind of be pushed over into men. He's my only child, and I was feeling really nervous about it. And I knew though that if I would just be brave and he would be brave to push through that boundary of that fear, that he would get to the other side and he would thrive and he would succeed and he would make friends and he would do well here. And that's exactly what has happened. I've seen the progression over the last 3 days, where he was very nervous at first and almost tearful of me leaving, to then telling me yesterday he didn't want to leave and he wanted to stay again, to then being nervous about participating in the activities with the other young men, and then again this morning thriving at the beach and being fully immersed and engaged. And what I hope for the future is that he gets to come back here every year and see some of the other children that are here that are participating, and they get to grow and change and experience this together, and then they get to go out into their community and play these games in front of their community, because we know that, you know, the opposites of so many of the devastating things in our community is connection. And so them being able to connect on a place with other young men and take that from here, I really hope that it continues on, and we would love to continue to keep participating.
It would be good to see like some leagues starting and some things just independent of festivals that just focus on these kids and young men playing sticks.
Grab him, James.
Hi, my name is Tyler. I'm from the Yurok tribe, and we're at the 2024 stick camp. My favorite part of the stick camp is playing sticks and going to the beach. I learned that how to correctly make the sticks. This is important to learn because it is part of my tribe, and I want to participate in it.
Hello, I'm Shregon Lawrence Cedillo, and I'm from Klamath River. My favorite part has been meeting all these kids playing with them. It was my first year. I really enjoyed this stick camp and I really look forward to coming next year.
Hi, my name is Rickle Henry Cedillo, and we are at Sumeg, and we are at the 2024 stick camp. Playing here and making new friends, that's my favorite part here, and making sticks.
I have a lot of sticks, like I have a lot, and like this one might be my favorite one because like it has grip and like it has a good hook on it.
Hi, my name is Kyron and I'm from Yurok and I am in Sumeg Village. I've enjoyed playing sticks with other people and making sticks. Yeah, I've learned about jumping center more and to drag your stick when you're jumping center with a stick. I think it's important because it's our culture to learn about it. I think I'd definitely come to the next stick camp.
Hi, I am Ketka Nelson. I am from the Yurok tribe, and right now we are in the 2024 stick camp. We just been making sticks. That's probably one of my favorite parts because I lost mine not too long ago on the beach. I was here last year, so I was looking forward to this year, hoping it would be the same exact fun as last time. I learned more about dancing in the pit, like some songs. I'm not gonna sing them, but I learned some songs.
Why is this important?
For tribal kids to know what tribe they're from and make them know what the tribe's for.
So more people could know how to play sticks and practice jump dances and brush dances. I really enjoyed stick camp this year and I really hope to come back next year.
I look forward to coming to stick camp next year because it's really fun and I get to make the new sticks every time.
What's been your favorite part so far?
Doing all these drills and all these like stuff and hanging out with my friends really. I really hope I can come to stick camp again.
It's just a great feeling to be able to work with all these young boys, knowing that they're gonna get a chance to be around the ceremonies more. They're gonna get to, learn how to fish, learn how to hunt, and learn about the training for stick games. So it's really great to be able to do these things for them and then watch them grow as they become young men and growing into manhood, watching them become more disciplined. That's how powerful it is to have like healthy men in their lives.
I'm so happy to be here year after year and to see it grow the way it has, where it's not just one camp, it's 2 camps, and hoping to grow it more. I'm excited to see what we can do in the future, and hopefully we can get this not just here, but at other places, downriver, Hoopa, and bring this to more kids and more adults, even, honestly. Just to grow this and have the meaning behind it is amazing.
No, I'm just super grateful to Zach and to Jeff and for the Trinidad Rancheria for being able to hold this event for these kids, because it gives them a bright future to look up to.
What did you see that you really enjoyed?
Just seeing the kids work together, seeing the kids come together, and even when they're butting heads, they still realize that we're a team,
I love having a good team of people to come in and be supportive and try and have things as planned out as best as we can. It's like, I know I can't do this myself, so big thanks to the men that came out and were there with their kids, and for all the other men that came out and helped out. It was it's huge. It takes a lot to watch over a lot of these kids, keep track of them, because I got a lot of stuff that I'm constantly doing and getting prepped for the next thing, and it makes a big difference when we have like more eyes on the kids or more people like working with the kids. So it makes a huge difference. And then, you know, huge thanks to my sister and her crew for like coming in and cooking up a storm, making sure the kids were never starving.
So one of the wonderful things about Sumeg Village is that it's a place of sharing for more than one person or more than one family. There's so many people that have come together that have made this village possible and continues to maintain it. And I am of deep gratitude to Jeff and to Zach and to the Trinidad Rancheria for being able to put on something like this. And you know, being able to have family roots here for my son, because my family roots are here too, is another layer of connectedness and another layer of acceptance that he can experience and I can share with him and feel confident that he can have a successful identity and he can have a successful life that that can be based in place, which is so important for our Native communities.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what this becomes in the years to come. I hope we get more kids involved, not just from our community, but from different tribes all around. And hopefully more boys sign up next year.
My hopes are just that it continues to create young men, so when they're our age, you know, and I depend on somebody to take care of me, that we've created these young men that have a lot of respect for each other and for their culture and for their elders. And when it gets time to turn things over, that we've done some work with some young men to be able to carry on the things they need to carry on.
I keep having these visions of this growing into something bigger, and I knew it was going to take a big push to make some things like this happen, and to get more people involved. You have to get it started somewhere. And I kept seeing me running on the beach with all these young boys and training these young boys, and then next thing I knew, I saw 20 or 30 kids training for a number of years, and then I see them become men, and then I have these men running behind me. That was the vision I had, and so I know what we're doing is going to really help these young men feel more a part of their culture by having camps like this and bringing them together, and knowing that, you know, we're not alone, that we're in this together. And that to me is what brings me like the most satisfaction, is that these kids may compete against each other someday, but they'll come up and shake each other's hands afterwards. And, you know, if something never happened, like these guys would come together and fight alongside with each other. Like, that means everything to me. That we're not fighting each other, we're fighting alongside, you know, we're fighting alongside of each other. Like whoever it might be, like our people will come together and protect our village, our elders, the women, the children, our ceremonies. Like this means everything to me.
That concludes our recap of the 2024 No Timeouts Stick Camp. Brought to you by the Trinidad Rancheria. Special thanks to Stone Wallace and Kamora Van Pelt for graphic art designs. Filmed and edited by